Hello Libra, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my friends. How are you, my balanced lovelies? My creatives, I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. If you are brand new and you're clicking here for the first time, thank you for giving Ten of Cups Tarot a try. I do appreciate you. We like to be in the comments around here. We're a little bit of a community, so if you like to be in a community or in the comments, you found the right place. And I hope that you will let me know that you are here and that you are new so I can greet you in the comments. I like to be there as well. If you are somebody who is my ride or die and you're here all the time watching and you're commenting and your thumbs up, and thank you so much for all of that. It is helping this tribe grow. I do appreciate all of that. So I'm here to do a reading for the week ahead, my friends. Anytime I do a reading for the week ahead, it is no matter when you find it, today, tomorrow, next year, it's going to be for the week ahead. And yeah, let's get to it. We're going to do two hands today. We're going to do first one hand with one deck. We'll pick another deck and we'll do a second hand. It's my effort in trying to get a bunch of different energies. Sometimes those two hands will relate to each other and sometimes they won't. Let's find out what's going on for you, Libra. Tell me about Libra, please, in the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra. Libra, we have the Star. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, but the Star usually shows up after the Tower, right? It's card number 17. Card number 17 is after card number 16 in the Major Arcana, which is a major life change, right? Those major arcanas are major secrets. Those are major life changes here. I feel like you're healing from some sort of major shakeup in your life. Something I feel shocking, and I feel like you're on a new path, that there is some sort of an illusion you were living had to be pushed to the ground so you would carry on a different path. I feel like so far that you've reached the Star. It feels like I want to say that after you came out of this Tower, that you're far more sensitive, that you're sensitive to your third eye, you're sensitive to saying the things that you say. I feel like you are someone who has more gratitude, I want to say, because of this Tower in the past. We do have the Eight of Cups, and that is you walking toward your wish fulfillment or toward your healing. So I want to say that you just got tired of it, right? And I want to say, please don't be offended. You got tired of your own bullshit. That's the only way that anybody is ever going to change. It has nothing ever to do with the people that are around us. It's about us being tired of the way that we held back or didn't do something, or you know what I mean? So it feels like you decided that emotionally you weren't going to be held back anymore, and that you weren't going to stay in a place where you felt like you were settling. I feel like you're releasing something emotional. We do have the full moon here, by the way. There is a full moon coming up, so being in the week ahead, we do have the full moon in Sagittarius coming up on the 23rd. So I feel like you will be releasing something under the full moon, and I feel like it's because of your healing, because you're in this path of healing, my friend. And I want to say that if you decide to release it, it's going to go, and it's going to go quickly. I feel like what you're releasing is instability, is being risky, is taking risks that maybe aren't the best for your physical health, aren't the best for your emotional health. I feel like what you're walking away from or disconnecting from is the Knight of Wands. For somebody here, I feel like you have been taking chances or being really risky with your emotional health. And that might mean that you are, engaging with people who really don't bring any stability in your life. It's time to check who your friends are, right? Because, make no mistake about it, if you hang out with millionaires, you're probably going to end up being a millionaire. You're going to start thinking like a millionaire. And if you hang out with people who have no stability, who are risky, they are partaking in risky behaviors, they might seem very brave and bold to you, but I feel like, there's always a chance that something could go wrong. I feel like you just didn't want to be in that situation anymore with the group of people you were in. The Three of Wands is in the reverse, and to me as a reader, I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting. It's time for me to go. I got to disconnect from this situation. And I think the reason why you're doing it, my friend, is because you're in this healing energy of the Star. And you do tend to, people will tend to make very big changes in their life when they begin to heal. And they start to realize, what was I waiting for? Why don't I just cut out now? I don't want to be in this Knight of Wands energy. That's not who I want to be. And if you're hanging out with people who are in the Knight of Wands energy, that's what you're going to strive for, to be in the Knight of Wands energy. And I feel like you're not waiting anymore. I feel like you're headed out somewhere here. Yeah, you need more stability. It's like you are you're not down with this instability that you get from either your family, a friend group, maybe a best friend, take it as it resonates. And so the thing is I feel like the reason why you waited so long to do it is because I feel like these people do give you reciprocal energy. I want to say that what you want to do is you're looking at moving forward and being charitable, being, giving reciprocal energy. It might also have something to do with your finances, but I feel like what your focus is that you don't want to be with these people anymore, because these people live on the edge, right? That's who the Knight of Wands is, right? The Knight of Wands is always living on the edge of something. And I don't think you want to do that anymore because of the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. It tells me I need to bring more either financial stability or 3D stability to my home. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. That's what it is. You've decided you're going to work on your finances. You're going to work on your stability, your ability to be able to support yourself in whatever it is that you do, whatever creative endeavor that you're into. And it feels like it's time for you to be a little more involved in putting the hard work into places that are going to produce something in the 3D. Because this is a lot of fun, but it doesn't really produce anything. It's just a bunch of risk taking and a lot of fun, free frolic, right? That's all it is. But I feel like you're turning away from the Knight of Wands energy here, and you're trying to find more stability in your Pentacle world. So I want to say with the 6 and the 1 that the Queen is holding here, that's 7, I want to say that you've picked a path, right? The seeds of intention have been thrown, and you've decided that what you're going to nurture is what you focus on, right? Because what you think about, you bring about. So I think your focus is your 3D. It might be your money, your job, your home, your children, whatever the 3D is to you, whatever you can, touch, taste, smell. The 3D is all those things that we're living in right here, right? The solid objects that we live among. Tell me more about this. We've got the Death card. Yeah, it feels like you are leaving a group. And look, you made the right decision. That's what the 10 of Pentacles is. Yeah, you made a right decision. You made the right decision to leave this group of people who were doing nothing but squandering their time here. And I feel like you decided it's time to stop squandering my time. I got to get serious about my path. I got to figure out what I want to do. What do I really want to accomplish while I'm here on this earth? And I feel like you have some sort of a transformational moment of clarity. That's what it feels like. And that's why the 3 of Wands is in the reverse. Because you're like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with living on the edge, doing things day by day, not having anything in the bank, just making it and spending it on fun, making it and spending it on fun. And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is here, telling me that that's what this change is. It's a change of mind. It's a transformation. It's a transformative moment. And I feel like you make the right decision here because the 10 of Pentacles is here. You go from the 7 to the 10. But the 7 to the 10, what's the difference between the two, right? I'm always doing the math of the Pentacles, and the 7 to the 10 is 3. And I feel like you're going to find yourself a new group of people, a new community, because the 3 of Pentacles is the new community. It's friendships and friends of friends. That's what it feels like here. So I feel like you are leaving some sort of group of people, or maybe just one person who I feel is somebody who is into a lot of risk taking, but not into putting in a lot of energy or effort into the Pentacle world. Do you see? You are who you hang out with. The first 5 people that are in your life, do you want to be like them? Do you like them? Are they moving in the same direction that you want to move? Because you got to make those decisions at some point. We've got the 10 of Wands in the reverse, and it tells me that hanging out with people in the Knight of Wands here, people who are kind of lazy, not really, putting actual effort into anything here, it makes you carry around this 10 of Wands. To me, when the 10 of Wands is in the reverse, it's carrying burdens that you choose not to put down, because if you put down these burdens, then you got to leave this place here. And I don't think you were ready to do it because the 4 of Cups is here. I think for the longest time, maybe you've been thinking about it for about the last 4 months. For me, months are cups. And I feel like you got bored with the shenanigans. I want to say you got bored with the shenanigans of these other people. Tell me what the outcome is here. We've got the 5 of Wands, we've got the Ace of Swords, and the 3 of Swords. It's not going to be easy. Look, the thing that people don't tell you about the healing that we have with the star, the thing people don't tell you is when you begin to heal is that you are going to lose people. It's going to be silent. It's going to be lonely for a little bit because you're on a path that these other people are not on, and you're the one who breaks away. So we do have the 3 of Swords, and I feel like you have some clarity about, you know what, it's not going to be easy to leave my group of friends, and I think you do hesitate. I feel like you do hesitate for a while because there's lots of competition out there in the world, and you're wondering if you ever are going to find another group of people. And I feel like it's a tragic end. It does feel like it's a tragic end. It feels like you feel betrayed by these people, but understand that you participated in it as well. So it's a reckoning of, I need to settle down. I need to get really serious about what I'm doing. I don't want to be dealing in the Three of Swords anymore. It's time to heal. We've got Four Swords. I feel like the Ace of Swords is telling me that there is some sort of a moment of reckoning or clarity, it feels like. And the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that things are about to move in a really great direction because you've made this huge change in your life. It's like the turning point, the tipping point of your life is here. That's what it feels like here. And so I feel like you're getting yourself out of a cycle. This is a stuck cycle. Getting yourself out of a cycle. You've had a breakthrough. And so you've got the Sun here, and the Sun is always about growth. You're about to hit a growth streak, a growth patch. I'm going to say it's about career and professional and personal and spiritual. It's everything grows under the sun. And so I feel like your breakthrough is, I was stuck in a cycle, but I think you're the cycle slayer, my friend. I think that you have learned a lesson. That's when the Hierophant shows up for me. You've learned a lesson. You've picked a path. The Hierophant's on a path that is one that nobody can pull them off of. It's like, if you want to follow me, fine. And if you don't want to follow me, I'm okay to take the path alone. So that's what it feels like. And I feel like you're that way because of the healing that you've done here. 3 and 1 is Four Swords, right? The Four Swords came out in the future on the bottom of the deck. So bravo to you, my friend. If you were the person who broke away from a group of people who were not serving you, I feel like they were leading you astray, showing you that, oh yeah, just when the money comes in, let's just spend it. Let's go out and party. And it feels like that. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing to do. Everybody needs that part of their life, but I think you're over. I think you're over it. You're over that part of your life. We've got some Leo energy. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, more Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn again. We have a lot of fire here. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy here. We have Aquarius energy and Taurus. All right. One more. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Windows are open. It's a beautiful day. It's raining and it's really gorgeous outside. It smells so good, but I have all these allergies that make me sneeze. I don't mind sneezing though. I like sneezing actually. All right, here we go. Second hand for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Second hand for Libra, please. Tell me what else is coming up for Libra energy. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. I also called Jupiter because I want to know about your abundance, not just about love. We're not a one-trick pony here. Tell me about this Libra energy, please. What's coming up for Libra? We've got the Queen of Pentacles. I like it because the Queen of Pentacles didn't come out in the last hand, right? So I want to say that whatever you're heading out to do, whatever you're starting, whatever you're leaving, I feel like whatever you are leaving in this last hand, whatever you're leaving is in the week ahead. And I feel like you're going to be making some really big changes because the Wheel of Fortune was here. But we did see the Queen of Pentacles, right, up here in the last reading. So I feel like whatever you set out to do, you accomplish, because we're starting this reading as showing you stable and sturdy and doing really well for yourself here in the Pentacle world. Like things really start to take shape here. Oh, look at that. We have the King. We had the King and the Queen of Pentacles in the last hand. So I want to say that I feel like you're on the path to meeting someone who is just like you. Now, the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, right? Capricorn, Taurus, but also Virgo, because we are in a reading that is a general reading. And so we have the masculine leaning energy, mostly masculine, some feminine, and then the feminine leaning, mostly feminine, some masculine. So these two people, they think alike, right? They are mirrors of each other. They think alike. They are, both people are very concerned and working on, they're both hard workers. The Queen of Pentacles is the one who is emulating the Empress, feminine or masculine, and is acting as such. So whenever we manifest, that's what we do, right? We ask for it, but then we start living as though we already have it. And so that's why the Queen ends up being the Empress. So we have the King of Pentacles. It feels like there is some sort of a, I would like to say like a soulmate friendship. Like this might be someone you already know, but it could be someone new. Let's find out what else is going on here. we've got the Page of Wands. And the Seven of Cups, exciting but confusing. That's what it looks like. Exciting but confusing. You're wondering if this is an illusion. Is it too good to be true? I'm not really sure. The Page of Wands tells me, though, that this connection is super exciting and makes you feel like a child. Like makes you feel, not like a child, but like not immature, but like a teenager. Do you know what I mean? It's an energy, and I don't know how old you are as you're watching, but it's going to make you feel like giggly and giddy, and let's go out and do something impromptu. Let's get in the car and drive to the next state. Or do you know what I mean? It feels like this is a fun sort of relationship. Although these two people are very grounded and solid and dependable, they see that within each other. So I don't know if you have any earth energy, but I feel like your person might have earth energy as well. And it really doesn't matter what sign they are, but I feel like you two match, I want to say. And the Seven of Cups tells me that it's really confusing and overwhelming emotionally. It's like we're trying to think in logic, right? We're trying to think in pentacles, which is logic, grounded, solid. We're trying to think, and then all of a sudden that Page of Wands shows up and throws a wrench into things. All of a sudden things become exciting and giddy, and we're ready to maybe abandon this solid, grounded energy and maybe do something that's kind of, you know, it's kind of left of center, I want to say. It's something that we don't really plan, or maybe you just don't plan to bump into each other here. We do have the Four of Pentacles. We do have the Eight of Cups in the reverse and the Knight of Wands. You know this person. Guess what? The Knight of Wands is here. I feel like the Knight of Wands is somebody who's trying to come back. I want to say that there's somebody here who's never let you go. And I'm just going to say that we did see the Knight of Wands showing up with the Eight of Cups in the last hand. So I feel like somebody, this Knight of Wands energy here, is on the way back. To me, the Eight of Cups in the reverse is the boomerang. Somebody walked away and is now coming back. But I feel like it's you that walked away. I don't think that you're the one coming back. I feel like somebody from your group or the Knight of Wands showed up in your last reading as somebody who is kind of risky or doing risky things, and you know, not really into saving their money, not really into doing the solid, grounded, stable things. The Four of Pentacles tells me that I don't think you're open to it. I don't think that you're open to it because the Four of Pentacles is giving me the energy of being shut off or shut down, not being vulnerable. And so I feel like it's confusing. You're confused as to why the Knight of Wands is showing up again or communicating with you here. It feels like you're going to be very honest with this person, that you've grown up. You've grown up from this Knight of Wands energy to the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is someone who has responsibilities. And although she is somebody who will do what she wants when she wants to do it, she's not taking any direction from anybody else. She also is someone who is a queen, right? She has grown from this page energy. So I want to say that your past is coming back to try and drag you back to the old vibration. The truth is, though, that when you see it, you can't unsee it. So I think as though that you connect with this person in fire because that's the way they're presenting to you, right? Risky, sort of fiery. Although the Queen is fiery and exotic and beautiful or handsome, feminine or masculine, I feel like this person is still a temptation for you, whether they're feminine or masculine. And I feel like you are still in your fiery side, but now you've grown up. You realize how risky it is to be with the Knight of Wands. And the Queen of Swords is the one that taught you that. And so we have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So I don't know if you're feminine or masculine, but we also have the Queen of Pentacles. Look, the only queen that's not showing up here is the Queen of Cups. But I feel like you are still in your fire, and that's what you're going to tell this person here when they come back. Try and pull you back into the old vibration. But you're also giving them the Queen of Swords and saying, look, this isn't what I'm doing anymore. I just got to be really honest with you that I'm not interested in being the way we used to be when we knew each other back there. I'm not really interested in doing that. I feel like there is incoming information and it's coming toward the Queen of Swords. And I feel like although you're going to show this person, look, I'm still the fun person. I'm still the person who takes risks. You're taking educated risks because this Queen of Swords is quite educated, right? Very smart. You're taking very smart risks, and they might be risks in business. But I feel like this person thought that they could just show up as like they're trying to tempt you to bring you back to some sort of old vibration here. But I feel like you have this King of Pentacles in your life now. This is someone who gives you stability here. We do have the Two of Swords, we have the Star, and we have the Death card. So I want to say that after your healing is when you're going to meet the King of Pentacles. And I feel you're going to be wary of this person. You won't really see them for who they are because you're a little bit cynical. Look, Earth energies, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, are cynical energies. Like we're looking for the logic. We're looking for the grounding. Show me the proof. It's like somebody here needs somebody to prove to them that they are the right fit for them. The Star energy here tells me that I feel like this connection here is like a wish fulfillment, what's transforming here is that I feel like once you transform and come out of this healing, I feel like you're far more guarded than you used to be, Libra. That's what it feels like here. And it feels like you're still going to allow this King of Pentacles here to be in your life because they foster balance. They foster truth. They're very logical, very honest. They move very slow. So I feel like since this person gave you their energy, you're like, I'm not really into this anymore. And I'm going to tell you that I'm still the same person living in fire here, but I'm also now smarter about it. I'm going to take educated risks instead of just being risky and showing risky behavior. So I feel like the Four of Pentacles is telling me that when the communication comes in, that you're excited to hear from them because the Queen is here, but it feels like you're keeping them at arm's length. You're not really being vulnerable with them. You're kind of making conversation on the surface, and it's because you're far more interested in what the King or the Queen of Pentacles has to offer you than the Knight, right? You've learned a lesson here. I won't be surprised if we see the Hierophant come out. You've learned a lesson here that you would rather move slowly. This person waited for you to heal. This person doesn't mind if you're kind of standing behind the barrier or feeling a little blocked. They're just here to have some excitement with you, to have some fun. I feel like this person is somebody you can have fun with, but I feel like you do trust them here. We do have the Ace of Swords. There's the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you've grown up to be the Empress, feminine or masculine. We've got all four queens here, right? So I want to say that you have your own stability. You're not even tempted by the Knight of Wands anymore. I want to say that here you finally stop worrying about it, or you finally get out of a cycle. This is a cycle breaker thing. I feel like you've broken a cycle here, and your reward is being the Queen of Cups. You've done it in a compassionate, kind way. You're not saying anything terrible or horrible or awful to this person. You're just being very honest with them. Being with you caused a lot of burdens. I'm no longer carrying your burdens here. And you know, you're engaging in toxicity. Maybe this person has a toxic behavior pattern. This is someone who doesn't want to grow up, right? Someone who gets into their 30s and still lives mentally in their 20s, and they'll never progress further than that unless they decide to heal like you did. And so I feel like with the Devil showing up here, it tells me that it feels like there is some sort of a codependent attachment to the Knight of Wands, and you're really trying hard to get out of it. There you go. The King of Swords is going to just cut this person right out. I'm just going to give you logic, truth, honesty. I'm just going to be really straight and upfront with you. I'm not into this behavior anymore. It really gave me a lot of burdens. And I don't mean to be angry or upset with you or anything like that, but I just got to tell you really honestly that I'm just not into that anymore. Yeah, I'm not into waiting for that stuff anymore. I feel like this is your reward, though, that this person realizes that you're single and happy. It's a realization that you are single and happy and that you're no longer waiting for anything to come to you. You're now, you know, you will deal with things as they arrive. I feel like you hesitate for just a little bit when this person comes in. We've got five candles up here, which tells me 5 wands. You might hesitate, but I feel like the realization is that you're just happy. You've been happier than you've ever been. As you met this king over here, you've been happier than you've ever been without this person. There it is. We've got big changes here. The Wheel of Fortune is here. And that's why you've made a huge change in your life. It's like a tipping point or a turning point, and it's very positive. But you took a long while to do it because while you were doing it, you must stay in balance, right? And so we do have I like it. We do have the Page of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. You've realized that you've got enough information now to move forward. I think it's really rather beautiful. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, Libra, for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now. You guys take care. I'll be out, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.